happy Thursday, everyone. I'm Erica Levy, and I am here to guide you through a 40-ish minute yoga practice this morning, or on demand, as the case may be. I'm really excited today because the focus is on twists, and I love twists, and I often do them in class, but I haven't done a class that just focused on twists. And so I wanted to take an opportunity to do that while I still can with all of you live. So from the Journey into Power by Baron Baptiste, who is the godfather of power yoga, he talks a little bit about twists, and I put a little bit in the description, but I wanted to share it with you while we're waiting for people to join. And good morning to everyone who's joining. Buenos dias, Aurora. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm just going to share a little bit about twists. Twisting or spiraling the torso is one of the most powerful actions that you can do to transform the health of your internal organs, glands, circulatory system, muscles, and connective tissues. A deep twist squeezes and rinses out the organ or specific body part like a wet face cloth. After you finish a twisting action, the body part is flushed with fresh, oxygen-rich blood, which washes away toxins and tensions. The twists that we're going to be doing today include revolved crescent lunge, revolved triangle, prayer twist. These are just a few that we'll be going through today. They wring out the lower back and digestive and vital organs of the mid-body, like the liver, spleen, and kidneys. Plus, this opens the chest and stretches. A lot of the twists also stretch the pectoral muscles as well. So we will be doing some chest openings in preparation. And our challenge pose for our peak pose is going to be wheel. We will work into that, setting up first in camel, then going to bridge, and then full expression into wheel. Make sure you be mindful of your low back. If at any point it's talking to you, just back off, or maybe do a different level of intensity. And I will give you options along the way, don't worry, so that it will be safe for everyone. And yeah, I'm excited to get started. Hi Sandy, thank you so much for joining me. It makes me so happy to see that I have people watching live. I know that people watch locally, and it's kind of amazing to see how many people watch really from all over the nation and all over the world. So welcome wherever you are. We are together at home in the safety and comfort of our homes, and I'm excited to jump into our yoga practice. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to start my playlist over. You go ahead and come into child's pose. I will guide you there. I'm going to try my best not to shout over the music. I have a tendency to do that, so I'm going to try to be mindful of keeping the music at a good volume, but not too loud. So I will check periodically comments to see what you guys think. All right. Let's settle in. Come down. Spread your knees wide. Big toes touch behind you. Sink your hips down to your heels. Extend the arms forward and bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Now I'm going to lift my head so you can hear me, but I want you to stay connected to the mat. Close your eyes and begin to just drop in. Let go of any hustle, bustle, transition stuff before class. And just let go of your thoughts of anything that might be happening after class today. This is your time on the mat to really draw inward, check in with your body, connect to your breath. So with that, let's inhale deeply and exhale fully. Slow down your breathing, equal parts. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale through the nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale. One more time. This time through the nose, breathe in. On your exhale, sigh it out. Good. Rock your hips back and forth. Massage your forehead, third eye center, rock back and forth. And just take a moment here to drop into your heart and check in with your feelings this morning. Just really fold into yourself and take a body scan. Notice any areas of tension or tightness. Without judgment, just being mindful of where your body is at today in this moment. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, come up to tabletop with hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. Starting with cat-cow. Extend the tailbone back, collarbone forward, drop the belly, and gaze up. Exhale, round the upper back as you tuck the tailbone under, suck the belly in, and gaze between the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, draw your chest forward. Exhale, pull your belly in, press into the floor. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Warming up the spine with a focus on the mid-back now, taking the low back out of it. We're just going to extend our arms, sink back halfway down. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, round, push into the floor, and really puff up that space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Really taking the time to warm up our spine this morning, every part of it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more. Now bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Interlace your fingers and bring your hands to the back of your head. Come onto the crown of your head, so the very top of your head. And bring your hands to the back of your head to cradle your head. Bring your elbows in. Extend the tailbone back, working the lumbar spine. I have to be careful because I want you to hear me, but it's important that you keep your head and neck straight. So you're going to extend just the tailbone and then really suck up and in from the pelvic floor. This is a very subtle movement. Be mindful to keep the cat-cow really in that low back. Feeling your sits bones spread apart on the inhale. Feeling them pull together on the exhale. Two more. Last one. Go ahead and come back up onto the palms of your hands. Working into figure eight here. So just begin to swing the hips to the side, come into the shoulders, and circle around. Going in the same direction. And switching directions. Swinging your hips to the other side. And some organic movements. You can just kind of feel what's good for your spine. Experiment, loosen it up. I'm going to switch direction here. All right, let's begin to make our way to plank. Tuck the toes under. Bring your shoulders over those wrists. I'll scooch back a little bit so you can see me here. Press those heels back. Engage the core. Pull the belly in. Nice, strong plank here. Sometimes holding plank is really the hardest part. Continue to breathe. Good. Take a deep breath in, and with your core, push your hips back to down dog. So taking a moment to bend the knees and pedal out the legs, stretching those hamstrings, waking them up gently. Come into your down dog, really setting it up from the root, from the hands. Really press down through the thumb pad and index finger and grip the mat with your knuckles. Feel the shoulder blades melt down the back and the chest press toward the thighs. You can go ahead and bend your knees and lengthen the spine up to the sky. You can really stretch nice and long with your knees bent. Then on your inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, melt the heels down to the earth. Make sure your feet are wide enough. Not too wide, not too narrow, but somewhere in between here. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward, and walk your feet up to your hands for ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows and hang. Allow your low back to release. Really surrender your torso over your legs and find a swaying motion if that feels good. Or just be in stillness. Bring the weight into the front of your feet. And let the tension melt out of your low back, your shoulders, your neck, your head. Release your fingers to the mat. Toe heel your feet together. Your big toes touch with a sliver of space between the heels. Bring your hands to your shins. Press into halfway lift. Your spine is straight from the crown of your head to your tailbone. If it's too intense for your hamstrings, option is to bend the knees a little bit, but still my spine is straight. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. On your next inhale, with a flat back, come all the way up to standing. Release your hands, bring them by your sides, opening up the palms and stretching the fingers, standing at attention, or samastitihi, one of my favorite words. Engage the quads, engage the glutes, engage the core here, nice and strong. Really root down through the feet and shoulders away from ears. Inhale, arms high, mountain. Exhale, release the shoulders down, away from the ears. Exhale, drop the left hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend to the left. Feel that side bend stretch. Root down through that right foot. And reach down with the left fingertips as you reach overhead. Take a nice deep breath in and see if you can bend just a little deeper. Micro movement. Inhale, come on up to mountain. Exhale, right arm comes down, bend to the right. Bend a little bit deeper in your next exhale, and then inhale back to mountain. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to plank. Bend your elbows straight back, tricep push-up, come halfway down. Inhale to up dog. The tops of the feet come down to the mat. Press into the palms of the hands and the tops of the feet. Press your chest through your arms. Gaze up. squeeze your shoulder blades together so you really get a nice chest opener in up dog 2. Then use your core, again, to push your hips back to down dog. Stay here and breathe. I just want to check the comments, making sure everything is good. Oh, I'm so glad. Hi, Barb. Hi, Sally, Tara. Hi, Karen. Thanks all for joining me. Inhale, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. Inhale to chair pose. Looking down at your feet are about hip width distance apart. Really sink your hips back. Nice and strong here. Starting with some open twists. Inhale, open up. Reach both hands front to back. Take a look at your knees. If your knees are coming out of alignment, go ahead and draw one hip back and then stick them and stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist the opposite direction. Really reach through those fingertips. Counter stretch. Keep breathing. Inhale back to center. Sink a little bit deeper into your chair. Bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. Take your flow. Half push up. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Spin the back heel down at a 45-degree angle and come up to warrior 1. Warrior 1's a little bit different than warrior 2 because warrior 1, you put your hands on your hips and you square your hips to the front. It is not an open hip. So I'm just going to show you, stay where you are. Warrior 2, your hips are opening out to the side. Warrior 1, your hips are square to the front. Both heels are connected to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Lunge a little bit deeper into that front knee so that you bring your knee over your ankle. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Work your shoulder blades together. Press down. Lift your chest. Feel that chest expansion. Make sure you take a nice deep breath right into that heart space. Exhale, hinge at the hip and come into humble warrior. Shoulder comes to the inside of your right knee. Fist works its way overhead, only so far as it's comfortable for your shoulders. Flat back. Inhale with a flat back, come all the way up. Release the arms high. Good, cactus the arms, expand the chest. Little baby back bend in the thoracic spine. Inhale, back to warrior 1. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, and take your flow, half push up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just gonna turn this a little bit so I can see my whole body in here. A little better, all right. Reconnected here to your down dog, anchored to your breath. Inhale, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, second set. Bring your knees and big toes together. Sink into your chair pose. Now for this set, we're going into prayer twist. So it's really important that you glue your thighs, your knees, your big toes together. Sink as low as you can comfortably, really pressing those hips back. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, bring your elbow to the outside of your knee. Suck the navel in, push into the elbow to twist a little bit deeper from the mid-back. On every inhale, you find length through the crown of your head. On every exhale, you suck the belly in and twist a little bit deeper. So you may come out of the twist slightly as you inhale, but every time you exhale, you go a little bit further, every time. Gaze is up. Make sure those knees are still in alignment. If not, move that hip back and glue them back together. One more breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Spread your feet apart, hip width, hips. My goodness, I can't talk. Hip distance apart. Lift up your toes. I'm gonna roll my ring around so I'm not bothered by my ring. And slide the hands, the palms of the hands, palms up, underneath your feet for gorilla pose. Before we do anything, we're gonna massage our wrists. So take your big toe and press it into your thumb pad, just on one side. Oh, this feels so good. All that screen time and texting and laundry and dishes and everything else we do with our hands all day long. Massage the other side, other wrist. Really dig in with your toe mound into your thumb pad. It's like the best thing in the world. All right. Now straighten the legs as much as is possible and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Bend, exhale. One more time. Exhale, bend and fold. Release the hands from the feet. Bring the toes back together to touch. I'm going to turn around here. Other side. Sink your hips low. Come back into your chair pose. Take a moment to feel into it. Bring the hands to the heart. Nice and stable. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, other side, elbow to the outside of your knee. And again, really check in with your knees and draw that hip back. Glue them together. Elbows stack up on top of each other and thumbs press into the sternum, working toward there. Take a deep breath in, find length. Exhale, suck the navel in and twist deeper from the mid-back. Keep that booty low. One more breath here. Exhale and fold. Nice work. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend the elbows straight back. Lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. And bring your feet, your foot, your front foot and your hands into alignment. Leave your left hand down. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Again, get your belly out of the way by pulling it in and twisting from the mid-back. Gaze up at your thumb. If this is too uncomfortable for your neck, you can always look down at your big toe. But still, wherever you are, reaching out of the rib cage, up to the sky with the hand. Bring your hand down. Squeeze your inner thighs together to rise up to high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Feel that nice hip stretch. Bring that knee over your ankle. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, twist to the right. So you've got to really squeeze the inner thighs together as you reach in opposite directions. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, hinge forward. I'm going to bring my back foot in a little bit and then twist. Bring your elbow to the outside of that right knee. Please forgive me if my right and left are off. We're going to do both sides in yoga, so don't even worry about it. Lengthening on the inhale. Navel in, pushing into the leg and twisting deeper on every exhale. Option is always to drop down that back knee. You can work deeper on the twist that way. If you like to stay up, keep squeezing those inner thighs together. Keep pressing back through that back heel. One more breath here. Exhale, plant your hands down to the mat. Bring your knee all the way down, shift your hips back. Come onto that front heel and stand on that knee. Nice straight spine, hinge forward. If you need to bend your knee because your hamstrings are tight, cool. The most important thing here is that you have a straight spine, not about how flexible you are. It's about maintaining good posture and practicing your flexibility. Practice, practice. It's yoga practice, not yoga perfect. You don't have to be flexible to do yoga. That's what it's for, right? Over time. And it's different every day. So, go ahead and plant your left hand down and reach with the right up, twisting here. So you can feel this more in your lumbar spine, your low back, as you track your knee forward and your heel back and reach up. You can actually feel it a little bit in that SI joint, the outer thigh, glutes. Reach up and bring your hand down. Go ahead and walk your hands forward, bend your knee, tuck the back toes under, come into plank pose. Bring your foot back, Chaturanga Dandasana, half push-up. Inhale, up dog. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, down dog. Sigh it out. Anchor to your breath. Stay present in your body. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, bring it through to a low lunge. Bring your hands and foot into alignment. Plant the right hand and lift the left. You can already feel that rotation in the mid-back, reaching up out of the rib cage. Exhale, your hands down to the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Root to rise. Wave up to high lunge. Sink down into your lunge. Bring your knee over your ankle. Press back through that back heel. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, hinge. Might need to come in a little bit again. Exhale, twist. Bring your elbow to the outside of your knee. Again, an option to bend down if you want to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, suck that belly down to the floor. Bring the back knee down. Untuck your toes, shift your hips back. Come on to that front heel. And hinge. Really thinking about tracking your heel and knee in opposite directions if you're trying to connect them. Plant your right hand and lift the left up. Down. Go ahead and bend your front knee, shift your hips forward, bring your hands down to the mat, lift the back knee and bring your front leg to the back to meet in plank. Take your flow or maybe a second down dog, it's optional. Chaturanga, half push up. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Ooh, I rolled over my toes like for the first time in a long time. Woo! Sigh it out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Spin the back heel down and rise up to warrior two. Sorry. Let me switch legs here for you. There we go. All right, working into triangle next. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach out of the hip. So you really want to jet your hip back and reach as far forward as you can before then dropping the bottom hand, lifting the top and looking up at the thumb. Just keep squeezing those inner thighs together. Inhale up to star. Go ahead and bring your hands down to your hips. Pigeon toe your feet so your toes are in and heels are out. Take a nice deep breath in. With a flat back, fold all the way down to the ground. Hands come to ankles. You can spread your legs as far apart as is comfortable for you to get a nice deep hamstring stretch here. Bring your hands down to the center. Walk them over to the left. Grab your ankle with your right hand. Lift the left up in the air. Revolve triangle. One more breath in, reach. And slowly lower your hand down, walk through center, give me a halfway lift to reset the spine, and then walk over to the other side. Grab the ankle with the left hand and lift up the right.
This is our life, heaven knows it's high.
And slowly come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips and with a flat back, come all the way up. I'm going to toe heel my feet a little bit closer together here. We're going to go into warrior two on the other side right from here. So go ahead and bring your arms out to the side. Switch sides, warrior two to the opposite side. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach out of your hip as far as you can. And then drop to 6 and 12. Keep that belly pulled in. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together. Inhale, back up to star. This time we're going to turn our feet, toes in, heels out, but drop the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Work those shoulder blades back together. Press your fists down. Take a nice deep breath into that chest. Exhale, flat back forward fold with that chest expansion. exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Instead of taking a float, we're gonna just drop our knees right down to the mat and tabletop. Walk the hands back and bring your knees about 2 fists distance apart. And then sit up on your knees. Bring the hands, fingers pointing down, the palms of your hands to the low back, like you're putting them in your back pocket. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest, work those shoulder blades together. Elbows get close as possible. Then gently press your hips forward as you begin to lean back. You're only going to go as far as keeps your low back happy. So take a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, deepen the bend. If you can see where the ceiling and the wall meet, you can reach for your heels, keep that chin off the chest and drawn back. You can grab onto the heels and really lift up through that chest. Get a nice chest opener, shoulder opener. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hips to heels, hands to heart. Tuck your chin down and just connect to your heart. Notice any sensations that come up. Slowly open your eyes. Swing your feet down and around in front of you. We're going to come onto our back here. Palms up, slowly roll down. 1 vertebra at a time. Bring your heels close enough so that your middle finger can graze the heel. Feet are about hip width distance apart, maybe a tiny bit wider. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, push into your heels and lift into bridge. Your shoulders and neck are nice and long and very relaxed here. Take a deep breath in, push into those heels, push those hips up as high as you can. See if you can reach underneath you and make a fist. Interlace those fingers. Bring the elbows closer together. Bring your shoulder blades closer together. And see if you can press your fist down into the mat and lift up a little bit higher. Really pressing into the heels, engaging the quads, engaging the glutes. And slowly release. Release the shoulder blades first, and then lower down 1 vertebra at a time. Now we're going to take our final peak pose of wheel. If you are having any discomfort or pain in your low back, please take another round of bridge. All right, otherwise, we're going to move into wheel. So bend the elbows, hands point up, the fingers come to your ears, the palms of your hands point back. Just like those chaturanga arms, those tricep push-ups, it's kind of like the reverse of that, right? Upside down chaturanga arms. So your elbows are pulling in, nice and strong. Bring the heels in a little bit closer. First part, take a deep breath in. Exhale, push into the heels and lift into bridge. Take a deep breath in, push into the palms of your hands and your heels. Come onto the crown of the head and pause here. Still pressing into the heels and hands so there's no weight directly on your neck. Take a deep breath in and push into the floor all the way up, full expression. Breathe into your chest. Squeeze those glutes. One more big breath, and slowly tuck the head and roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Draw little circles with your knees. Massage the low back. Other direction. Drop your left leg. Bring your knee around the ribcage, squeezing it into the chest. Guide your right knee across the left side of your body. Extend the right arm long and gaze right. Spinal twist, supine twist. Inhale back to center. Bring both knees up and in. Reset the spine. Extend the right leg long. Left knee comes in, up and around the rib cage, pulling it in. And then guiding it across your body to the right. Taking a moment to stack those hips on top of one another. Extend the left arm long and gaze left. Looking away from the knee. You can always straighten that top leg if your low back is okay with it. Slowly come back to center. Reset the spine. Bring both knees into your chest. Bend the knees. Grab the outsides of your feet for happy baby pose. Should feel really nice on the low back. Press into the arches of the feet to rock side to side. Keep the whole spine ironed down. Hold center, press into both arches. Bring your knees together. Drop one foot and then the other. And then extend your legs long and wide, arms wide. And return to your natural breath. Final Shavasana. Back into your fingers and hands, fingers and toes. Slowly stretch your arms overhead. And make your way onto your side. Stack your hips. Use your bicep as a pillow and bring your knees in closer to your chest. Feel the earth beneath you and know that you're grounded and supported and loved, and that you're whole, worthy, and complete exactly as you are, and that nothing needs to change before you're worthy of love and of self-love. Take a deep breath in. Push yourself back up to a seated position. I don't know about you, but I just need one more pose. Go ahead and extend your legs long. I didn't get to do this before. Just one last forward bend. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, reach for the big toe or the outsides of the feet. Just to set the spine straight and realign one last time. My body was just screaming for it, so you're welcome. All right, inhale, come on up, cross your legs again, bring your thumbs to third eye center. The teacher and the light in me acknowledges the teacher and the light in each of you virtually. I thank you so much for being here this morning to guide and allowing me to guide your practice. Thank you so much. Namaste. All right, thank you to the few of you who hung in there. Wow, I had quite a few people joining live. Thank you so much. Elaine, oh good, I'm glad you thought it was awesome. I love twisting and rinsing, and don't be surprised if it does flush your system. And please, the most important thing is after this type of practice to drink a lot of water. Barb, thank you so much. I'm so glad. It was a great start to your day. I will go ahead and sign off, and then I will log back in to reply and review all of your comments. Thank you, and have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. Bye, everyone.